on card. Toys out of the box. Man, I got toys in my detour.
Build-A-Figure collection, Mandroid, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, Marvel Legends, Infinite Series, Black Widow. Man, this figure, one per case. Really, just really a pain to get. I mean, we were at Comic-Con, we were told a possibility of army building the Build-A-Figure. But the way they did this, the way they packaged them, and, you know, this being one of the main pieces, which is a torso, I mean, it just makes absolutely no sense. I mean, you're getting, by the time you buy this case and the second case, you're getting 4 arms, 3 legs, you know, 3 right legs, 3 left legs, you know, 2 heads, and you're getting 1 torso. So it's just really, I mean, I think this is probably the worst series I've seen as far as the way they're cased out, you know, the way they put the figures in per case. Why they do that, I have no idea. We're just going over some specs here. So here's the torso. You guys already seen the specs here before. Just going through the routine motions here. But it's really disappointing, really disappointing. I hear they're going to recase them again, and they're going to try to go 2 per case. And they're actually going to put them so that you can actually build 2 Mandroids per case. That's what I see. I don't know. There's a website, a couple of websites that's put them up. 2 Black Widow, 2 Captain America, Marvel Now, 2 Winter Soldier, 2 So basically, the only parts you're going to be missing are the hands, which you guys already army built with Hydra name. Anyways, here's a head. Really good head sculpt. The likeness of Natasha's there, aka Black Widow, aka hot stuff, cute stuff. She's great, man. She looks just like it, and I'm kind of glad they packed both heads in to Scarlett Johansson. They gave us both heads. They gave us the long hair version and the short hair version, which is the look that she had more with the Avengers. So you can go either or. Personally, me, just the way this figure looks from top to bottom, even though she's not showing cleavage like the 2-pack, I'm good. I'm more than likely going to use her in both my comic Avengers setup and my movie Avengers setup. Of course, when I do that, I don't really display movie figures a whole lot. But I'll definitely be using this body more just because of the articulation. Of course, articulation is a lot better than the 2-pack Black Widow. But it's well sculpted, and I just like it a little more, you know? Just like the whole look overall. Like I said, you know, it's kind of hard to compare to the cleavage that we got in the 2-pack, but once again, you know, just a great sculpt from top to bottom. Like I said, the only gripe or complaint I have is, you know, really the case assortment, the way it was packed out, and not having those double jointed elbows. You know, it just really kind of kills her hand. She's very flexible, and her hand can't come up all the way. Her hand comes up to an L position with that single elbow joint. When you have the double jointed elbows, she can actually bring her hands all the way up to her shoulder. You know, almost wrist to shoulder. That torso joint too. Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't tell you how many people from the community, from the Marvel Legends community, and from the ACBA community have complained about this torso ab joint that they use, but you know, they just keep using it. You know, they just really keep going with this joint here, and it doesn't help at all with the posability. I mean, if they're gonna go with articulation, that's one of the things they need to fix. Either that, or give us another, I guess, waist swivel. Not waist swivel, but more of a waist ab joint, kind of like the old G.I. Joe figure, so that you can kind of crunch, or even like the Figma. We'll see. Anyways, here's the straps to the guns. The guns are molded in, which is a big no-no. She doesn't come with any accessories or any weapons. It would have been nice to have those guns actually come out of the holster. Here it is, top to bottom. Well sculpted. I mean, this... You know, their budget for movie figures is a little greater than Marvel Legends. Marvel Legends is a set budget, so they get more money when a new movie comes out, and they're able to sculpt an entire figure, kind of like Toy Biz used to. Top to bottom sculpt. They don't have to reuse a mold and whatnot. The hair's a little flexible, so you can push her side to side if you want to move her all the way, move her head all the way to the right or left. You can. Here's that ab flex that we just, it does good left to right, but they purely put aesthetic over articulation when they're doing a figure. They rather it look really nice than to give it that extra articulation and have to deal with how they're going to figure that out. Good joint here. It's got the L joint, right? So as long as you can get the leg up to kick all the way up in that L position with the T joint, I'm sorry, not L joint, T joint, give it that L position is good, because most figures just come up just, a bit when they don't have the T joint or the waist is in the way. But see that right there, the way it's built, it's kind of concaved at the hip so that the leg can kick all the way forward. So they keep doing that. That's great, and it allows the articulation. Here's a weird thing. Now, what's cool about the gun holster is it doesn't rub and it doesn't get in the way. So when you do the thigh swivel for articulation or any pose, it's not going to get in the way. But here's kicking that leg up. She doesn't do the splits, and she can do the splits. She's very articulated in the movie, but not here in the figure. So you kind of have to like really fiddle with it quite a bit and figure out how to get that leg out. But she doesn't really do the splits, and it's, once again, that hip joint's in the way, and that T joint needs to come down just a little bit lower so that she can kick her leg all the way out and do the splits. So there you go again, doesn't do that. So, ups and downs with the figure. Aesthetically, she looks really good. There's a double jointed knees, right? No calf swivel, right? That's sculpted on there. And you've got that peg disc joint that allows for all the articulation plus the ankle pivot rocker, aka legs. So anyways, here's the elbow joint. Everybody loves bicep swivel. They didn't give it to her here. They gave it to her at the bottom. It's kind of a swivel single joint, and they do that so that you can swivel here instead of the bicep. But look at that. You got the single joint, and she, once again comes up to an L position. It's horrible. I mean, you can't bring it up as far as you'd like to for just a simple pose of her holding her guns up next to her head side by side. She can't do that. And here's another one. These are peg joints. Okay, peg joints. So they don't have a disc. So what happens is that just swivels around in a circle. You can't move it up and down and all that. Just like the Captain America figure. The Captain America figure had they do their third. Fuck, man. Anyways, it had those disc peg joints that allow the figure to move its wrist up and down, left to right, all that good stuff. Here is the Avengers head. Goes up, down. This head moves a lot better than the long hair version. Personally, my favorite out of the two. And they're both great. You can use them both. The one thing I didn't try, and I wish I would have tried here in this interview, is looking for my other Black Widow to see if you can actually use your comic 2-pack Black Widow head for this figure. But I think you can. You'd have to probably manipulate the peg a bit. But here we go! Swapping out the hands. It's just a shame that they just didn't add that extra love there with the disc peg joints. And, these guns. She comes with no weapons. These are her signature guns here, and you can't even remove them from the holster. So that's a real shame, man. Real shame. Now, once again, guys, I'm not complaining, I'm not whining. I'm just reviewing the figure and giving you guys my honest opinion of things they can do, things they can fix. If they're going to go all out on a figure and sculpt it from top to bottom, why not just try to make that figure perfect? You know what I mean? Why not do that? I wish I could just get a figure from Hasbro and be like, hey, man, oh yeah, I see people using this. This is for your Mandroid, not for her. But I see people putting it. But, I wish Hasbro would just give us an all-out great figure and just say, hey, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to go all out, guys. We're going to give this figure a great sculpt, all the articulation, and just have people ooh and ah over the figure. But, there's always something missing from the figure. And, why she's selling for $50 is because of the Mandroid piece and you know, everybody's been wanting a Black Widow figure for their 6-inch Avengers ever since we got that Walmart exclusive wave. You know, she was one of the missing characters to that setup, so everybody's going goo goo and gaga for it. But personally, me, I didn't pay for the. Actually, you know, my buddy Anthony Mortosio sent me this figure so I could review it, just because I'm not in a rush. You know, I used to get figures before everyone else through a hookup, and you know, I'm kind of just not really doing that anymore. I just don't care, and I don't want to be a part of that hype anymore. Um, you know, I'd rather wait till figures until the hype comes down, and it happens all the time, guys. When a figure first comes out, it's hype, it sells for a lot, and then if you notice, you wait a month, 2 months later, the figure drops all the way to cost, and it's available everywhere. If not, you will get it at cost. You just got to be patient. Just be patient and wait it out. And that's my honest opinion to everybody. You know, if you want to, you know, go out there and spend your day, you know, hunting, you know, 20 stores to find her, you know, and compete with other people and do that because you got to have it now. That's entirely up to you. You know, some of you guys like doing that and call it the thrill of the hunt and all that. Not me. I just I'm not doing that, man. I'm not driving around wasting all kinds of gas, and you know, I'll just take it as it comes. You know, when it gets here, it's all good. And you know, maybe it could be because I've been let down so many times by Hasbro and a lot of their figures and certain little things that they do that I just don't agree with. And talking to them every single year at Comic Con till I'm blue in the face, you know, and then these guys, they just, you know, keep doing whatever they want, you know. So I guess I'm kind of losing that drive in a sense. I still collect, but I'm just not like gung ho collect. I gotta have it now, you know. Um, so anyways, here's the figure, guys. I would suggest wait. Don't overpay. Don't pay $50. Don't add into the scalper fee. Don't do that. Just wait for this figure. She's gonna come out. She'll be readily available everywhere. You know, everybody, and anybody's gonna carry her. She's available at Target, Walmart. Usually, figures that are available for distribution everywhere, they end up being too many. So hang in, guys. Anyways, coming up, Winter Soldier and Cap. Later.